got this John Deere LA100 here today, taking a look at it. Customer brought it in and said that it sometimes just clicks. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't use speaker wire to repair the electrical on your John Deere mower, or any mower for that matter. Is it actually speaker wire on this? Well, we'll see shortly, but don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as we go along if you enjoy the content. The customer said that he just bought this mower and he went to try to start it the second time he was going to use it and it wouldn't start. Looking very quickly, you can see that I think essentially what happened is whoever sold this to him bought the battery that had opposite posts to it instead of having the positive up front over here and the negative up front over here. The negative was not long enough to go to the back to make it to the post. So what he did is he grabbed the cheapest piece of junk wire, yeah, it's almost through right there, that he could find. I mean, this stuff is so flimsy, there's just nothing to it. That's why I say speaker wire. I think it's about the equivalent. We're gonna pull this off real quick and fix this correctly how it should have been to begin with to get this thing back into working order. The most important thing on your mower for the electrical system is tight connections, both here at the battery and at the ground wire, in order to keep your machine running smoothly. Check those first if you're having any sort of electrical issue. Let's get this off of here. So that was just wrapped around the inside there and then bolted down. And look at these tiny little fraying wires. Nothing compared to exactly what it should be in order to get this thing a good ground. So we follow the ground wire down to where it attaches to the frame. On these John Deeres, it's pretty well all in the same spot. And they always use a 10mm bolt to hold it on. Socket's trying to get away already. On the John Deeres, there is a secondary wire that has a clip here at the backhand side, so you need to unplug that in order to get the entire ground wire off. Get our bolt and our washer out of the way. And then we can pull this ground wire apart. It does have a little clip on it there at the back side. So we'll just grab this wire and kind of pull it towards us a little bit, snake it through, and then we've got the clip here. Now this clip just got a little jobby-do there, and then the two pieces will just pull straight apart. So now we have our full ground wire off of there, and then our speaker wire, or whatever it is, attached at the end. This did look like it had a little bit of copper in it, but not sure exactly what it is, but not nearly heavy duty enough for what you need. I'll show you what you really need. So the best way to fix this issue would have just been to, put the right battery in to begin with. Well, he doesn't want to spend another 70 bucks on a battery, so we're going to do it this way for him. Basically, all I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this secondary ground, strip it back. Probably just a tiny bit more, because we're going to make a new ground wire here for him. We want that to go all the way through and be connected with everything else. And all I've done is I've taken some of my stock ground wire and I've made one that's the right size for it. Strip this wire back real quick. Alright, now that's the amount of copper we should have for a good ground wire compared to that. That's a huge difference. That's not going to give you a good ground. This just has an eyelet on it also, but we're going to do away with all that and go here to the new one. So if I throw both these together, put that in there, it will go in just perfectly. Make sure you get all your strands in. And this is going to be our new ground wire. Just wanted to make sure our bolt's going to fit through there, and it is not. So I'm going to need a bigger eyelet. And grab one of those real quick. Now for some reason I did not have an eyelet with a bigger hole in it. Apparently whoever used the last one did not tell me that we needed some more ordered or order some. So I went ahead and drilled this out just a hair so my bolt does fit through it. Make sure that whatever eyelet you're using is good. Now you can clamp these down or tighten these down in a couple different ways. I actually just use my snips. Do it there. And this is kind of hard on the wrist when you're using snips for it. You can use something even as easy as like a vice grip channel lock and get it in the corner there. You basically just want this pinched down, then it's making a good connection on all of that copper. I usually do it a couple times there, a couple times the other way. Make sure that we have a good connection. If you can pull any of this or move it, it's not a good connection. That's going to be a good one for the base down there. And we've got the other side. Now we've got a good connection and we've got a good ground wire that's long enough to hook up that other battery. And get this reinstalled and see what happens. Before reinstalling this, we're going to make sure that all that rust and everything is off of there. If there's rust and corrosion at the ground, it's not going to make good contact and you're not going to have a good connection. Now I've got another good washer on here instead of that one that was all corroded. So that's good. We're just going to put it through here. Fits perfectly. And we're going to reinstall it down at the bottom. There is a little tab here for it to sit against as you tighten it down so it doesn't move. Nice and tight at both ends. See what this thing does. Start super easy, but the starter definitely turns over every time. No clicking coming out of it whatsoever. So again, don't use speaker wire or any other unapproved wire on your mower when you're trying to fix something that's going on. Use something that's going to work, it's going to last, and it's not going to melt under the load that this mower is going to give it. Can't believe that this wire actually worked to make any connection for this thing to start. When it came in, it wouldn't do anything whatsoever, wouldn't click or anything. Ground wire and connections at the battery, the ground, and the solenoid are the most important things for your electrical system. They're going to keep everything working good. If you have a bad ground, it's going to cause major stress on the rest of everything. It's going to cause stress on the starter. It's going to cause stress on the solenoid and the rest of the electrical system because they're going to be drawing higher amperage because that connection is not good. That and intermittent voltage because the connection is not good. Make sure that's good. Don't use speaker wire and you'll be all good to go. If you have other issues when all of your connections are good, see our other videos. We've got some other ones on testing the safety switches and going through the whole electrical system. Just had one last week, bad starter, but it shows how to test for all those things. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content.